What's up, guys? Holinalities50 here, bringing you Ssss Gridman anime review, episode 11 and 12. Sorry for the delay of these two last episodes of the season of this final anime season. I was very busy all of December because of the holidays and Christmas vacation and then double shifts I was doing in the beginning and stuff like that. So I really haven't posted anything. But since we're back in January now, and it's a whole new month and holidays are over, I'm back to my regular schedule, recording and stuff. So I will be reviewing again all the stuff that I used to review on the channel, and at the same time, I'm also gonna be probably reviewing some new stuff. I know the News Anime Network website. I know they have released a list of animes soon to come out, so I'm gonna save that for another video. But be on the lookout for that. But let's get into this. It says Gridman 11 and 12 review. 11 was the continuation of that epic cliffhanger when Yuta got stabbed by Akami. Shinjo, I believe her last name is pronounced. But yeah, she basically stabbed him and they had to rush him to the hospital, and he's like put into like a coma from being like in shock of him being stabbed. And everyone is just there surrounding him. All four of his guardians, Usami, Ruka, her mom, they're just all there like on sadness. And then the kid comes. And I'm talking about the kid with the white hair. The half human, half kaiju, who's now a grave knight. Oh, I should say ultra grave knight. Or grade knight as they call him. But basically, he comes in and he asks what to do to help out, and Usama gets upset and chokes him and is like, "This is your fault." That Akami found the place and stuff, and Ruka had to step in and was like, "This is a hospital. There's enough pain and sadness here. Let's cut this out." So he let the guy go, and the kid just got upset and left the hospital. And you see the guardians are there, and like, Usami's going through this problem in this episode because Ruka decides to leave to find Akami, and the Guardians left to like find like whereabouts of Ultraman and see if they could like find a way to like bring him out or fight the new creatures that are being summoned by Alex to help out the city and whatever. And where everyone is leaving, even the mom went back to the shop to like try to fix the computer and stuff. And, try to tighten up the shop for them. He felt kind of useless because, like, everybody was doing something important to try to help Yuta. Yet there was nothing that he can do. Even though he's the one who made this alliance name up and was all hyped about it. Like, he felt bad he couldn't do nothing. Especially because Yuta's his best friend. He felt really bad about it. But, later on it was revealed that Yuta wakes up and they kind of get into an argument because Yuta says, "I'm not Yuta. That's why I can't remember my past. I'm actually Ultraman. I'm just taking control of..." not Ultraman, I'm sorry, I'm Gridman. And for those of you that I know, Gridman and Ultraman are kind of similar in one aspect. Some people say they're the same, some people say they're not, but they are related. I believe, I'm not mistaken, they are shared by the same company and same co-writers, but just keep that in mind. But Yuta tells him that I'm Gridman, not really Yuta. That's why I can't remember my past. I can't even remember my mission. And he gets upset. He's like, "So what? You're gonna keep using Yuta's bodies to fight and fight, where he gets hurt and damaged and probably even die?" And he was like, "Things must be done. Yuta is the chosen vessel," and it really upsets him because now the fact that he just can't do anything to help his friend. But at the same time, his friend is having in control of what's going on, so it's like, that really gets him to him. And he goes off to help fight all these monsters that Alex made. And later on, Akami, she was found by Ruka, and they start talking. And basically what happens is Alexis stabs the kid in the chest. Right? And sends him away. and he turns Akami into a big, kaiju, and they have the little brawl and fight and stuff like that. And eventually, Gridman comes and helps and stuff in episode 12. And episode 12 was this epic battle between Alex and Graveman, and it was a really good fight. It was enjoyable. We found out that Alexis' power is almost infinite as long as there's negative emotions and stuff like that. He feeds off of that. He gets stronger. But then we found out that man, his true power is not just power itself. It's the power to turn hope into dreams, or something along that lines. They express it. And where they're fighting, he gets the edge on him, and Gridman actually is able to knock out Alex by turning the world into a peaceful place and bringing down the negative levels and rebuilding the city. Basically, he just used his power to rejuvenate the city, making it a better place and more happier, so that way Alexis can't feed off on the negative, because there's no negative energy to feed off of, which made him weaker, and he just gave him like this epic punch in the face and sent him flying. And now we don't have to see him hopefully ever again. And we get to the ending, which is real sad, because Akami, even though she's making these kaijus and she's playing God and she's doing all this bad stuff and stuff like that, like making kaijus attack people and killing them and then erasing them off their friends and families, like memory and stuff like that, or switching their memories to how they died, when she's not really a bad character. She was just somebody who, she wanted to be loved and she wanted a life. This is one, as you see in the thumbnail, this is one point in the end where Akami and Ruka are laying their backs against a wooden wall. And this is most likely either Ruka's room or Yuta's. It's one of their rooms, but they're there and she's crying and she's like, all I wanted to do is like be loved and stuff like that. And Ruka was like, I love you, I'm your friend. And she's like, no, you only feel that way and think that way because I programmed it. And she's like, well, isn't that okay? I mean, you have me, don't you? And then she gave her the gift that she bought her a couple episodes back, that purse with the wallet thing, like the chain. And she's funny because Akami was like, oh, so you telling me to leave? And she's like, no, this is your present. I want you to remember me when you leave. And she said her sad goodbyes and she cried and they both cried, and she went, I guess, back to wherever she came from. She's a god, so most likely she went back to heaven. But after that, you have Ultraman. I keep saying Ultraman, I'm sorry. You have Gridman, you have Sword, you have Bora, you have Max and Net and Neat. You have all four of them. The students, the black suits, who was always with Yuta. You have them and actually Gridman in a human form, talking to the kids and saying, Yuta's resting, but when he wakes up, he will wake up as regular Yuta, and he won't memorize none of these things that happen. And it was also stated by Ultraman to her, which she had caught on to this before, but she was kind of ignoring it, that Yuta has feelings for her. So that was kind of funny. And, they all said their piece, and they said bye, and they left on their way. And it was a good episode. It was kind of sad because Akami, in the end, even though Ruka was her one true friend, it's like they didn't get to really stay friends, because now she's back in heaven and Ruka's back there on earth with her friends and family. So it's like she really ain't get what she wanted. But hopefully, if this story continues, hopefully she does eventually find true friendships. But and I feel really sorry for Yusumi, because it's like he liked her, but she's a god, so she had to leave. So it's like, but she's gone. The opportunity's gone. Sadly, we didn't get to see Yuta interact with Ruka in the end, because he was sleeping still from being exhausted from being used by a Gridman. So, but if this does continue in the light novels or the mangas, please, let me know down below about that. But yeah, this was a really good episode. Episode 11 and 12, the last two episodes of That's a great man. Again, I felt bad for Akami and everything she went through, and she was just doing this because she just wanted to find true friends and people to love her and take care of her and be with her. The essential things for most humans, I guess you can say, but that's what technically she was really looking for. It seems like everyone has a good ending except her, sadly, and Alex, and also the kid who is half kaiju and half human. He has a friend now. He's friends with that one chick that was talking to Yuta, who's also a kaiju, who was telling him that Kami is actually God and this is all fake and stuff like that. That little girl, the people who call her Best Lolly, she's actually friends with him now, and she invited him to join her clan, so I guess he's gonna be over there now. And it was a good episode. There's a lot of things still that I wish that would continue. I mean, they can make a second half, like a second season. There's 12 episodes. Like, what is the kid gonna do with her and the clan, and how they gonna act? Is there still kaiju around, since we know she's a kaiju and she's around? Is there any more gods or any more people like Alexis? I mean, is Ultraman, is he done in this one city? Is there other cities he has to go to save, and all other planets maybe? And where do they come from to begin with? Where does kaiju come from as well? And stuff like that. There's just a whole bunch of unsolved answers, but it was still really good to see it, since the main point was, Akami and the things that she was going through and how to stop her from making more kaijus was just damaging the world. So, but hopefully we get a second season, or again, if there's a light novel or manga that continues it, please tell me down below with a link so I can go check that out. But yeah, this was very good. If you haven't seen the last 2 episodes, I advise you to go see them. If you already see them, go see them again. Great episodes. But that's all I have for you guys today. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.